today is Wednesday, however, this is going to go out on Friday. Doing an unboxing, we've got 4 boxes today of wrestling related collectibles. So yeah, gonna like chop it down. Don't need to show you like getting in the boxes if it takes a long time, but yeah, gonna go for a swim first, 20-30 minute swim, go to the post office, get the orders out, and then yeah, just recording this now just to save me a little bit of time, but show you what's coming to DM Collectors Lounge on the eBay store. Some of it might be at the weekend, and then the rest will probably be the following week, but these are the collectibles we love, so let's get into it. We're back. So postage has been done, swimming's been done. At some point it'd be really good if I could somehow show the outside of like what goes on in my life, not to do with the business, because it all translates and it is all connected. But for now, focus on the business, focus on the collectibles. So we'll start with, I'm going to do a really quick appreciation for the person that sold me these, because I bought these off a private collector, and so they were registered as a private seller on eBay, but they've shipped it out quick. It looks like they've packaged it amazing, and to say this is coming from a private seller, they don't tend to have access to the resources that I would to pack an order like this. So the fact they've packed it so well, packed it quick, communicated well, like they're literally a credit to eBay. I can't show like the username because it's like data protection and I've not got their permission. But yeah, like got to appreciate good sellers like that, especially when they've got job, life commitments, and this isn't their full-time job. So yeah, massive appreciation to them. But let's get what I think will be one of the best. Let's start with the best. We're not going to do any like clickbait where we say best till last, because the seller basically said this one arrived last, but they all arrived at the same time, but this one was sent like a day later. So again, it just shows how quick they've been with this. I do always say it, but like a lot of my sourcing I do online. I try and like build contacts online, and one of the best parts of doing that is like when people package well, it also comes with packaging, and it helps the business, helps me like save money in terms of packing my items well. So yeah, let's open it up and see what's inside. So this might not be the one it could be. Oh no, it is. This is the one. So like I said, it basically consists of half of it is Funko Pops related to wrestling. Don't often get them in the store, so it felt to me like a really good opportunity to learn Funkos, build a multi-listing for wrestling Funkos, and yeah, they'll be going on the eBay store probably this weekend. And then there's a bunch of elite wrestling figures and some Hasbro box figures. They'll also be going on probably towards the back of next week, just so I've got time to like make sure I take the right pictures and all that jazz. So did I show you them all? There's 160 figures to show you. We'll just see. We're just going to do it. I'm not decided how I'm going to do it yet. But this is one I definitely want to show you. So the card's a little bit beaten up. There are creases on the card, but we've got the WWF Hasbro Greg Valentine. It's like sealed on card, which let me pull back. What an idiot. So at the start of every year, I've got like a whiteboard relating to my business and goals, and I've wrote down 10 collectibles I'm striving to get into the store this year. So this is the second or third time I've got some WWF Hasbros on card into the store. I'm constantly getting in loose Hasbro wrestling figures. I've got a multi-listing for them that's like really popular, and if you're into your Hasbros, I'd say go check that out. But I'm always like adding accessories and figures to that multi-listing, so it's nice to be able to get the sealed Hasbros in the store as well, because they are harder to get hold of. Like I said, there has to be massive appreciation, and one of the best parts of dealing with like good collectors is when you're buying from them, they'll pack the exact same way that they wish to receive them, and you can see they've individually bubble wrapped every figure, which takes a lot of time and effort, again, when you're not doing this full time. So it just, hopefully I can deal with this person again in the future. There we are. So again, there are some creases to the card, but it's still sealed, and that's what I was after. So we've got Tatanka here, and again, like, really nice example. Little bit of damage to the top of the card, and it just needs like a little wipe, just because it's a little bit dusty. But yeah, really nice figure, and yeah, I've already said about the Hasbros. Also, we've got another Hasbro. I'm not fully 100% sure what's in here, because yeah, I just reached out to them, and I was happy with the price I paid. So I was more interested in when the bundle came. I'll have a look through, but I think this is going to be the last lot of Hasbro. So we'll get this one open and show you them. So this is the first ever double pack for a sealed Hasbro that I've got into the store. So it's Bushwhackers, Luke and Butch, and yeah, it makes for like a really nice display. I'd say in terms of condition, so this one has come off the base a little bit, but it is still, you can tell that's just happened due to like over time. Like, it's still very clean. As you can see, there's no like tear marks, so it's not been purposely opened. The blisters just come away like ever so slightly, but I'm not worried about that. Again, like a really nice example, and I don't know, maybe you're watching this and you've got some Hasbros you're thinking about selling, but if you want to sell them all in like a bundle, you don't want to individually package them, give me a shout, whether it's on eBay, on YouTube, Instagram, and I'll always try and do my best to give you the best price I can, basically. Oh, nice. So let's have a look in here. So we've got a Mankind Funko tin lunchbox, metal lunchbox. Just makes for a really nice display. Again, I didn't know this was part of the bundle. Part of me thinks about like keeping this because it makes for like a nice display on the videos, but I might just list it and just keep it as a display until it sells. Oh, so inside you can see, is it complete? Yeah, so it's also complete with the Mankind Funko Pop lanyard and what looks like to be the collector socks as well, the Socko, and also a pin badge. But yeah, really nice set, and stuff like this. It's like, Mankind's probably one of my favourite wrestlers, but it just makes it captures people's eyes when they're scrolling through eBay and you see this. It makes you stop, and you might click on, have a look, and then you click on the store and you might end up buying something else. So stuff like this, I think it's like really good free advertisement in a way, because yeah, it just gets people stopping and looking at the store. Not got a cold or anything, it's just literally from swimming, just end up like sneezing ages after. So we've got a Diesel Mattel Series 2 that'll be going on the store. I am thinking about, I might test the waters doing a multi-listing for all my elite wrestling figures going forward, and just see how they do, basically, because I've got a lot of collectibles on the eBay store already. So when I keep putting extra collectibles on, it's costing me more money because of the amount of listings I get with my shop subscription. Whereas if I do, that's just the wind, if you can hear that. If I do a multi-listing for, say, like I do with the Hasbro loose wrestling figures, I can get 250 listings all on one listing, compared to if I listed them all separate, it basically eats away a lot of my store. So I'm thinking about trying a multi-listing and seeing how it goes. With Christmas coming, it could do like really well. The only downside to doing the multi-listings is if say you're brand new to eBay, or like you're a parent shopping for a child, they seem to not struggle, but they don't seem to see that they can like save money if they buy like multiple multiple collectibles at once. So I do need to just have a think about that and see if I want to do it. The $1 Million Man, classic superstars. I do always say the classic superstars to me are some of my favourite wrestling figures when it comes to the packaging and keeping them displayed, just because I think the black and gold box looks really nice, and the accessories that come with them are in like really good also relate to the what's it called, to the figure. I'm just stopping and thinking about what I'm saying here, because it is a signed figure, this 47 of 100. It's just a shame you can see it a tiny bit there, but the collector did say he's got a figure in here that's signed with a certificate of authenticity, so I'm presuming it's this. If it is, it's just a real shame that it's so hard to see, but we'll list it as signed. If it's got a certificate of authenticity, it obviously has that value, but I don't think that's going to increase the value too much, but we'll see. Nice Ultimate Warrior Series 4. Legends series, really nice figure. Still deciding in my head too, like, am I going to show you all the figures here? Like, I don't even know. Hulk Hogan and Auckland Battle Pack. This is the one with the certificate of authenticity. So there's two figures in here that are signed. It's Jerry Lawler, Jerry the King Lawler. So we've got a signed Jerry the King Lawler. You can see clear as day there. The autograph is still in like excellent condition, and again, it's one of those collectibles. It's just going to look nice on the store and probably get people stopping and clicking on the store to see everything else that's available. And the aim is to like always try and focus on, say, like the areas that I enjoy. Just focus on those areas, because that's how hopefully I can build contacts, collectors that want to deal with me, and also collectors that want to buy from me. They'll subscribe to the eBay store to see what new collectibles are coming, because chances are it'll be collectibles that they want to see. I don't really want to create a store that 1 week it's wrestling figures, next week it's like kettles and telephones and keyboards. Like there's obviously a lot of money, and people are making so much money selling, I don't know, a toaster. They buy it for £5, sell it for £30, which is like amazing. Profit at the end of the day. But in terms of when we talk about like the direction the store's going in, I would much rather make £5 profit on each of these, as stupid as it is, than make £20 on a toaster, just because I get no enjoyment out of that. And if I'm buying in the collectibles I enjoy, then hopefully I enjoy all parts of the process: the packing, the listing, the sourcing, talking to you guys about it. It's just, and also like build the knowledge, and yeah, just hopefully enjoy all part of the process. Okay, so we've got another signed figure. Interesting. There's actually no what's it called, certificate of authenticity on this one, but it looks like we've got a Hulk Hogan signed figure. Again, the price will be reflected. You can't sell this for top dollar when there's no certificate of authenticity, but it's still going to bring guys to the store. Keywords: Hulk Hogan, signed, sealed, metal, like some really good stuff there. Who's this? Macho Man, yeah. So defining moments: Macho Man, Randy Savage. Again, do you know what? For the metals, the defining moments are also like a really nice package box. I think it's like the black and gold, or it's the fact that maybe it's the figure themselves, like they're just packed really well. and they make for like really nice displays, but that'll also be going on the store. It's mental. Yesterday for the Vincent video, I'm saying like I'm knackered because the last 2 days I've been getting up at 5 AM and it's just like working quite late, so it shouted me out. But then yesterday all the orders just seemed to come at once in terms of like buying new collectibles. We had a huge, maybe, I don't know, 100 Rocky figures, maybe 150 Rocky figures come, and obviously love the Rocky figures. Then all these came. Then I had another order of some Rocky figures come actually later on that I had to go and pick up. And then today I've got another order coming of some wrestling figures, so it's like everything's just come at once, and yeah, it's just given me loads of energy to basically do the videos, and yeah, get through these, because it's mad that like we're in September now, September the 10th today, and thinking about it, I need to do something after, that's a reminder. September the 10th today, and it's like, where's the year gone? Like, literally blinked and I were dealing with Christmas, like, and before you know it, Christmas is just back round again, and before you know it, like, these figures will all be listed, and then Christmas will be here. It's chaos. But let's open the next box. I'm hoping this is the Funkos, just to mix it up for you. Oh, so it looks like it's more of the elites. I do also know that I watched like all my videos back, and I 100% know that one of the ways I can get better, for me as like a business or even like on an individual level, I'm aiming just to improve like by 0.01% every single day, and by improving by 0.01%, it's such a tiny change, but if you can keep it up every day for a year, it compounds and it makes like such a big difference. So when I watch my videos back, at the end of the videos, I think like, how can I improve just by like 0.01%? And one of the most simplest ways I can improve my videos is by improving the camera, and it's something that right now I'm looking into, because when I watch it back and I look at other people's videos, I just think the quality isn't the best, and the fact that I'm running a business from this phone is both like really good that I've got it to a position that it is now, just using like I don't know, it's a 150 pound phone, but it's time now, which is also hard. With me having a business, I'm always trying to put more money into sourcing collectibles, because that's where mentally I think like the biggest growth is, but I don't believe that's true anymore. I think I need to start investing money in other resources, such as like improving my camera to make eBay listings better, to make the YouTube experience better, and also to make my life easier. Like, this phone crashes, and I just think it's not sustainable, and it's not like long term for DM Collectors launch. So I am looking on, basically, without going into detail, I'm looking to get a phone sorted that's going to be a decent phone and allows me to hopefully basically improve this experience on YouTube and also my eBay listings. But saying that, right, let me have some more of my coffee. Polystyrene, I hate it, but when it's like this, it's not so bad. Again, these are all in like really good condition, which is like, just makes my life so much easier. There's nothing worse, because you are taking a risk when you're buying from, say, private collectors sometimes, because their idea of like good condition might be different to your idea of good condition. But the plastic blister, there's no signs of discolour, so it's not come from like a smoking household. It's not being kept in daylight, which is always good. So Steve Austin there. I'm going to just move forward, and then we can show you easier. Big Bubba Rogers. There we go, that's a really nice figure actually. Not had that in the store before. Big Bubba Rogers. Again, on the Legends, yeah, nice display on the legends. Because he's packaged them so well, I did think, part of me thought he would have just maybe like layered it with bubble wrap, but he's literally individually bubble wrapped every figure, so it's going to take a while to show you all the figures coming to the store, just taking the packaging off. But yeah, can't complain. Dusty Roads, Elite. Like I said, they do need a clean up in terms of like dust, but to me that just suggests they've been keeping these potentially as investment, so they've had them as like display pieces, and they've just been ready to sell. I think the person did say that they're moving out actually, and they needed the stuff gone, so they wanted the space, which, like, yeah, always surprises me. Sensational. Cherie, Ric Flair's Diva Mate there. Again, really nice condition. A little bit of wear to the box, but like, yeah, overall, like, I'm very happy with it. Here we go, I can show you three at once here. So, Dusty Roads, WrestleMania. It's got the bath part as well. For, who's it for? Is it Auckland? So, I get quite a lot of people messaging when I'm with like the bath parts, because again, a few times I've bought wrestling figures on Vinted. It says like new with tags, and then the figures come and it's like missing the builder figure parts, and you message these sellers and they say, oh yes, like I've taken that out, but then it's like, this isn't new anymore, it's not complete, it's been opened, so like you do sometimes have to be careful, and always like read your descriptions and stuff like that. Edge, that's a nice figure with the baseball bat. Again, it's got the builder figure part in there. Another defining moment, Hulk Hogan. Quite a lot of damage, so there is some like excessive damage to the top. You can see it split open there. It's not a problem, but it does influence the price for me. It's something so small, but as a collector, if you're wanting this sealed, whether it's for display, investment, that does like influence the price. So I will obviously mention that. Best thing with eBay is like they've done it for a while now, but you get 24 photos to put on your listings, and I'm in a position where, because I'm doing this full time, I make sure that I'm using all of those 24 photos just to capture as much of the collectible as possible, because I see myself as almost like a service when I'm selling collectibles, because I'm literally, I'm obviously, other than cleaning them up, I'm buying them and I'm just connecting collectors to collectibles. So it's my job to basically put the photos on, give a clear description and title it well so it can be easily found, and then it's the collector's choice whether they want this for their collection, and that's up to them to decide. But yeah, that's how I see myself. So I make sure that, like, say like little what's it called, pieces of wear damage, they will get noted on my listings, and if there are like some exceptions where I do miss them, but 99 times out of 100, things like that will be picked up. Bret Hart Elite Edition. Again, love the back on that. The photo of what's it called, Bret Hart. Elizabeth, get her in the store quite a bit. There's a few different variations of the same figure, just in like different packaging. It's like a 15 quid. Nice, that's a cool figure. I've not had that in before. Bret Hart, like him with the t-shirt there. It's like him in his like later days, you can see on the back there. And again, it's got that bath part for the builder figure. Again, I've had this in quite a few times. I've got Earthquake, the Royal Rumble edition. I sold this like really cheap on my Vinted, just because I wasn't happy with the condition of the packaging. It was like very discoloured, but you can see here, like the plastic window, it's clear. You can see obviously the figure inside. So other than like some creases to the box, but little cardboard creases isn't the end of the world for me. Like, yeah, no worries. Not the keenest on that figure, but we've got The Rock. Not the biggest fan of it. Just looks a little bit cartoony to me. Nice. So I sold this the other day. Dude Love, absolute legend. very hard not to like any of the characters played by Mick Foley, Mankind, Dude Love. Like, they're all absolute, yeah, just all legends. I sold this quite recently loose on my eBay store, but it's nice to get it in box. I've not had a box Dude Love before. Again, Bret Hart Survivor Series Elite, really nice figure. Comes with like the steel chairs to stand out for me though. It makes for like a nice display. Absolutely loads. Okay, so I've not had this in the store. I think it's, is it Honky Tonk? Yeah, so I've not had this in the store boxed before, but we've got a boxed Honky Tonk man. Comes with the guitar in his classic entrance attire, but really like the packaging on that. It's almost like an arcade, old arcade machine. It's, again, something that you preferably like you keep that in the box. So there's no reason to take that out. Makes for like a really nice display. WrestleMania edition, Macho Man, Randy Savage again. I do have, like, it's crazy, like I do have the Macho Man. You can't really see it, but this is again where I need to improve my camera, but I've got the Macho Man hasbro accessories I need to get on the multi-listing soon. But it's crazy because like those two accessories are worth more than the figure itself. I could probably go on eBay now, pick up the figure for, I don't know, maybe like £5, £6. But then with the accessories it's worth like £40, but it tends to be the accessories is just far harder to get than the figure, because of how small they are, they would have got damaged, lost, broken, and so like you don't often see those, but they need to go on the eBay multi-listing, but then so's all this. That's a really nice figure. So we've got Kane. Again, not had this boxed in the store, but what I like about that is the hardcore belt looks really nice. And again, it's probably going to be hard not to take that one out of the box and have that on display for collectors. Nice, so we've got a Mr. T WrestleMania 2020. That's such a cool figure. Again, something like that, there's no reason to take that one out of the box. It's gonna, but it looks like you can probably take it out, so it still remains. Oh yeah, so you can actually take it out, and you're not actually probably going to damage the price that much. But yeah, really nice figure. It makes for like such a nice display. Everything makes for a nice display. I've said it about, I don't even know how many times. Thinking about keeping it, I'll be honest, but sometimes you've just got to list it for a price where if it sells, you're happy to see it go. And then like a few of the collectibles, I do like to have them on display until they sell. And I do also have my Instagram story highlights reel, where my favourite collectibles, I add them to like my highlights reel just to remember some of the collectibles to pass through my hands, because hopefully as this store grows and say like as we're selling these wrestling figures, in time it could result in me selling, I don't know, match worn wrestling items or Rocky movie scripts, things like that. But for now, this is like what the business is affording to buy, and yeah, it's just really nice to remember the collectibles that come in and out of the store. J Styles, and it looks like we've got a Hulk Hogan NWO. I had this in the store quite a bit, but again, in really good condition, like no complaints, like yeah, ringside exclusive. Again, I don't think I've had that figure loose in the store before, which getting to the point now where when I see figures that haven't been on the store, whether it's loose or boxed, it's always interesting, because I have had quite a lot come in and out of the store. Elite figure going on. Shawn Michaels up next. Again, I've had this in quite a lot, loose and boxed, but really nice figure, WrestleMania edition. Comes with the bath part. Scott Hall. Yeah, so we've got the Scott Hall NWO Elite wrestling figure. Really nice. Again, probably one you take out the box because it looks better with the NWO. rather than in his like classic Outsiders colour. China. Jeez, if I were China, I don't know how happy I'd be with that. I'm not sure. What do you reckon? If I were China, I don't know if I'd be happy with that. I'm not sure. I don't know. The figure don't look great, and the picture doesn't look great. Yeah. I don't know. Do these wrestlers not have to give the green light before they mass produce them? I think I'd have said no on that one. The Rocking before Monday, is it Monday Night War. Quite a nice one with the attire, makes for a cool display. And even the microphone actually, the Raw is War. Don't often get them in either. Yeah, so I've had this in a few times. That's, yeah, just iconic. That would literally, pretty sure this will sell very quick. Hulkamania will live forever. Really nice figure. Again, it's one you need to open just because you're not seeing the full figure. The flag looks ace, but it's going to look better out of the packaging, that one. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Again, like I said, the figures do need a clean up. I've got dust on them. So this is why it'll be next week when the Elites hit the store, just because you can see already, like, there's a lot of work involved. Yokozuna, again, is it Royal Rumble? Yeah, Royal Rumble. I've had it in the store a few times, but proves really popular. It's a nice figure, and yeah. There we go, Bobby Heenan. Only had this in loose on the multi-listing. Probably need to just sell it at the top of that. But Bobby Heenan there, Elite. Again, another Hulk Hogan. Quite an interesting figure. Not had this in the store before, but pretty cool. Just a bit of a wild one really, with the helmet on and then the reg plate round the neck. It's going to make for a cool, again, it's going to make for a nice display. Quite a lot of Hulk Hogan, and there's also quite a lot of Ultimate Warrior. So we've got another Ultimate Warrior there, Royal Rumble edition. I hope the camera's picking it up just so you can see what's coming to the store soon. When? Good question. Like Steve Austin, like the belt on that one. Yeah, I don't know how happy I'd be with him. Giving green light on the back of that. I'm not sure. Every series Hulk Hogan. Another Macho Man, Randy Savage. You can see, I'm starting to see a pattern here. So you can see the collector that sent these in. He's definitely gone for the figures that he likes in terms of like Ultimate Warrior, Randy Savage, and Hulk Hogan. It feels like there's a lot of them in there. Probably reach out to him just to see if he's got any more collectibles that he wants to get rid of with him like moving house, because I'm so happy with the condition on these, and also dealing with a collector. I always say it's the best people to deal with because he understands that there's value in these, breaking them down, selling them individually, but it doesn't happen overnight, and so he appreciates that. He wants them gone at a price that he's happy with. He decided the price, and it obviously leaves me room to make money. Whether this money comes back this year, next year, the money will come back at some point, I've no doubt. But yeah, like, the aim is to build contacts like this where it just makes life easier, and I'm not having, like, it's always, like, don't get me wrong, you have to establish new contacts, but it's just great building existing ones like this, because they've set the standard here, packing well, and not even necessarily the price, but packing well, and sending quick, and condition, like, just no complaints. I'm going to get these packed up, and then we'll get box number 3 open, and then box number 4, 2 sets. So we move on now to box number 3. These are both going to be the Funkos, these. So we've done it pretty well. Showed all the Elites, and then we'll show the Funkos now. I'm presuming they're all Funkos anyway. Like I said to you, my knowledge on Funkos is like close to zero. However, they're wrestling related, so I want them, and it's a really good opportunity for me to learn them and build a multi-listing where hopefully people come, and because they're all in one place, they might end up buying, like, you might even, maybe yourself, you might end up buying a few that you want, because I'll apply a discount where, say if you buy two, you save two at once, you save 5%, buy three, save 10, and then like four or more, you save 15%, because it saves me money on the postage and it just makes my life easier with the packing. But again, they've like fair play to them. This person could be a full-time seller, no worries. Like, they've put so much care into this. They've packaged every Funko individually. So what I'll do, I'm going to open every one, and then I'm going to lay them all out on the floor, and then have a walk round so you can see all the wrestling Funkos that will be hitting the eBay store this weekend. He says, we'll see. As you can see, there's absolutely loads of Funkos to go through, but I love the design on them. Obviously it's wrestling related, so it's an interest to me. So this is basically what my week's going to be filled with, taking pictures and getting that multi-listing started, ready for like Saturday or Sunday. Just, yeah, don't know how long it's going to take. Need to research obviously what they were, then get the pictures on and build the listing. But yeah, absolutely love it. It's literally like a massive wall from one purchase. So as always, thanks for watching. If you enjoy collectibles, like, give this video a like, leave a comment and subscribe, follow the journey, and the YouTube will improve over time. It's still in the early days, but yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good weekend.